Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Godzilla, the King of Monsters. There's no spoilers at all in this review. Alright, well, I'm going to start off by saying something that I did tweet about. Links to my social media in the bio, in the description box down below. I did mention this and I am going to stick by it very strongly. This is a movie where if you see it in theaters, and you probably should because it's definitely made for the big screen, you need to see it in IMAX. I saw it in IMAX tonight, and it was just, I couldn't even imagine seeing it on a tiny little screen. I've been to some theaters that are just amazing, like local small town theaters, but like this is not the type of movie. It's just like Avengers Endgame or Infinity War or something like that. Like this is cinematic in terms of its scope, and it's not going to be the same if you don't see it in theaters and in IMAX. So I strongly recommend that, and that's where I'm gonna start. So I'm kind of like on and off with the monster movies. Sometimes I really like them, sometimes I really don't. In general, I don't usually go see monster movies, but this one in particular, it like grabbed my attention very early on, specifically because of its trailers, which I thought were so good. And I already thought they were good, and then I saw them in theaters. I was seeing another movie in IMAX. I was seeing Endgame in IMAX when I finally got home, and I saw this Godzilla King of Monsters trailer playing in front of the movie, and I was just absolutely like floored at how impressive the trailer itself was on the big screen. So I was like, well, I have to go see this movie in IMAX then. So I got my tickets actually sitting in the theater, and the rest is history. So I just saw it, and I liked it. The reviews of it have been up and down. There are many critics who are saying that it didn't have enough plot. A lot of people liked it or didn't like it. It's one of those movies that just kind of tears people. You either loved it or you didn't. A lot of complaints about the first Godzilla movie were the amount of monster that the audiences received. This one had no shortage of monster. Of course, there has to be a balance between the Titans and the people, and I thought the balance was there, but as a whole, the story of the people, the Russell family, I think it is, but Madison and like Millie Bobby Brown, the whole Kyle, Vera, that group of that family was just so I don't know, like I just didn't really like the family that much. They were very frustrating in the way that they didn't communicate. Specifically, Vera Farmiga's character was, I just did not like her at all. Like she is very divisive in the film. A lot of things happen in this movie that make you question kind of the morals of actions that the people take. Kyle Chandler, I did not really like his character, and these are actors that I love, and the characters had amazing strong moments, particularly in the third act, which kind of redeemed them a bit for me. But until then, seeing them on screen actually kind of just made me upset because they were like, the characters were just annoying me so much. They were saying things that I was like, I do not agree with you, and just like it wasn't necessarily the way they were written, or just it was just the characters in general. I just did not like them that much. The cast as a whole was good. It was very diverse. However, some of the diversity felt off in a way. Like the I apologize, I don't know the name of the actress, but there was a woman of color as the one of the leaders of the military that they were working with throughout the entire film. Also, her squadron was very diverse, but it didn't feel like she made any big decisions, and when she made them, they were undercut or shot down or switched because of white men that were saying other things, like saying like call it off, no. And so Kyle Chandler did that a lot, but so I just don't know exactly how to feel about that, but as a whole I thought she was a really engaging character. A lot of what's her name, Sally from The Shape of Water, she was in this movie. There's so many people in this movie. Speaking of which, okay, before I go any further, we need to talk about something. First of all, it was a little bit of a Stranger Things reunion because not only was Eleven, aka Millie Bobby Brown, aka Madison, in the movie, but Mr. Clark from Stranger Things, Randy Havens, he was in the first act of the movie as a scientist worker person. He was in it too, and I was like, and they were interacting, and I was like, Stranger Things? What? So that was something. And then there's another thing. Like, okay, you guys know I love Avengers, so but there's a house in this movie, and it is the house from Avengers Endgame. Like, it is, so, I don't know, like, what constitutes as a spoiler, but Tony's house from Endgame is in this movie. Like, the cabin, it is in this movie, and I literally saw it and I froze and I was like, no, this is not happening. And it was actually so annoying because it took me way out of the movie, and I've seen Endgame 3 times now, and so whenever I see that cabin, it's Endgame. And now I saw it in this movie and I was like, set. Oh, it was just it took me way out of it, and I was like looking around, I was like, does anyone else see this? This is the same cabin. And maybe I'm just so obsessive that this is something I would notice, but that drove me crazy, like a little bit. I was like, wow, I'm freaking out. But so those were little Easter eggs, if you guys are fans of the other properties I cover on this channel. So that was fun. All in the first act though. But as a whole though, I actually did enjoy this movie. It wasn't, I don't know if I'd watch it again. Maybe I'd watch some of the battle scenes. The cinematography was absolutely stunning, which is something that's very much on display in the trailers. But there are more shots that we haven't seen in this movie, that we haven't seen in the trailers that are in this movie, and they're just frameable. They're called money shots. For those of you who don't know, they use the money shots to promote the movie. So, for example, the shot of they had a bunch of different names. I don't know, the main antagonist monster, like the Hydra one. It was that shot of it on the volcano with the 3 heads and the wings. That's a money shot. The one of Godzilla and it running at each other. The one of Godzilla like shooting up its lightning blue stuff. That was also in it. And a money, it's like those are money shots. Like, you put those out there as stills and on posters as a way to promote the movie. And this movie was just chock full of money shots. I just kept looking at it and I was like, wow. And IMAX definitely helped enhance the quality of seeing those things. So that was really cool. I actually really enjoyed the 3rd act of this movie. I will say, as you know, a Boston person, it was interesting seeing Boston kind of at the center of things, because I'm used to it being New York or DC, which is also like always heartbreaking, you know, but it's different when it's your own city. So that was hard. But I loved the Red Sox references and everything. It was so cool. A lot of this movie just kind of hands out treats to a bunch of different people, and so that's cool. But I definitely think it could have been stronger. I don't want to say plot-wise because it wasn't exactly that, and I know a lot of people are calling it out for the plot, but I think a lot of it has to do with the writing of the 1st act in particular, and going into the 2nd act, it just was so confusing as to what the motives of a lot of these characters were, and not in a good like, oh, it's a mystery way. It was like lack of communication with filmmakers and audiences kind of way. And so that was annoying. But as a whole, I mean, it is a Godzilla, like kaiju monster movie, and it deserves to be seen on a big screen, and it's definitely a fun summer blockbuster to go see. There's a lot story-wise that I think could just be tighter and cleaner, but it was still very entertaining, and the utilization of sound and color and light, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Also, there are end credit scenes, so stick around for those. As far as the trailers, and I don't normally bring this up, but the trailers that play before the movie, they edited the heck out of the It Chapter 2 trailer. That was ridiculous. You guys can check out my reaction to that, but like, back to Godzilla. The opening of this movie was super strong, and the ending of this movie was super strong, and it was a highly entertaining watch. So I do recommend it if you guys are big monster movie fans or you want a really fun summer blockbuster. It is worth the extra few dollars to see it in IMAX, I will say that, and I hope you guys like it. So let me know in the comments down below what you all think of this movie. Have you seen it? Do you plan on seeing it? And do you like the monster movies? Let me know. I really like the older ones, but they're starting to grow on me again, so that's good. Subscribe if you want to see more of my coverage from a bunch of fun stuff going forward, aka like this entire summer's worth of blockbuster movies just like Godzilla, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked the trailer. Just one small announcement before I go, because I honestly like don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I am working 2 jobs this summer, not including YouTube, so it's and I'm working on a lot of other stuff, like more personal stuff. I'm writing another novel, I'm working on a screenplay, and I'm also doing that blog that is in the description box down below with my friend. And so there's a lot going on with Emily because I need to make money because I'm going abroad in the fall. So if you guys want to help out at all with that stuff, please be specific with what videos you would like me to make in the comments down below. You can help me pay for these movies directly by donating to my Ko-fi link in the description box down below, and just continuing to be supportive as I literally die every single day is amazing. And I work very hard to make sure that I can do stuff like this as my full-time career. So I appreciate the patience that you guys have with me in terms of getting videos up. I try very hard. But sometimes I just do not have the energy. I really wish I could just get someone to edit all these for me. But I love this so much, and I wish I could do this every day instead of the very down and dirty jobs that I'm doing this summer, which I have mixed feelings about. So it's up and down, but I appreciate the support you guys give me so much. So please keep it coming. And I will do my best to be on top of things this summer. I'm so excited about all the material that's coming. You will get like a tidal wave of stuff regarding Stranger Things in particular, and definitely Spider-Man Far From Home as well. There's just a lot coming out this summer that I'm very excited to talk about with you guys. So just be patient. I promise. The videos will probably get up at some point if they're not up right after I see the movie. But if you do want to keep up with me on a more day-to-day basis, then you can follow my Twitter account at Emily Grace Carm. It's in the description box down below, and it's the same account for my Instagram. So you guys can keep up with me on more of a daily basis there. I greatly appreciate all of the support you guys give me, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a good day, everyone. Bye.